Welcome, sentient beings from all known universes and beyond. It's time to activate your cranial downlinks and prepare to receive a raft of discussion on a cosmic ocean of science fiction and fantasy topics, interviews with local area genre devotees, and insightful prognostication by our soothsayers of science fiction, our forecasters of fantasy, and any other beings that happen to get caught in our gravity well. This is the Galactic Driftwood Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Galactic Driftwood Podcast. I'm Bill.
I'm Linda, and I think Katie gives a really good introduction there. Every time.
And this is R2W50.
Yes.
Next. Yeah, we just all sigh.
Linda?
This is Charles.
All right.
Hey, I'm Seth.
I don't know what the hell just happened there, but I'm Chris.
Things are unraveling fast here, Chris.
Clearly.
Chaos reigns.
Has been boozing a little early today? Is that what's going on here?
If only
No.
we had a light on the subject.
No, we're not. We're not going in that direction, okay?
No, hopefully not.
Okay.
All right.
Well, what was that nonsense I just heard?
Well, this is...
Listen to him.
He's sad because you called him nonsense.
Clearly.
This is R2W50. And for those that don't know, R2W50 is, what is he? He was a loyal R2 series astromech droid designed to serve the royal house of Naboo. And so you're probably wondering why I have him here on the show today. I'm telling him, shut up. Listen. So,
Linda, I don't want to alarm you, but Bill's talking to his toys now.
And he talks to him the same way he talks to me.
This isn't a good sign.
I know. So, R2W50 is on the show today because not only is he a new acquisition to Droid Depot Central, because there's Droid Depot East and West, Disneyland, Orlando, right? But he is also a brand new droid that Disney put out and is or was, maybe probably still is, available for purchase on the Disney shop online. So you do not have to go to Galaxy's Edge to get this guy. You can order him, and they put him out as part of the celebration for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. So,
way to sell something.
Oh, is that why it's WD50?
yes,
Cute.
Should have known
the significance of that. Okay.
right?
I assumed that was all you.
No. And now I don't know if it'll come through on the camera. No, it really
It's
doesn't.
gold. I can see that.
Yeah.
Oldish.
So what doesn't come through on the camera is that
You know
the
why it's gold.
parts of him are glittery gold. Actually, the whole thing is glittery, but the glittery gold really stands out. And then the non-gold portion is also glittery. So he's spectacular in his colorations.
And you know why he's gold?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, if they made it yellow, it'd be like the WD-40 edition, right? It'd be
Right.
blue and yellow cans, so you can't do that.
No,
It's got to be
Well,
gold.
It's gold because 50th anniversary is gold.
right. And it's sparkly because Disney.
For all of you
Apparently.
married men, keep that in mind when 50 comes up.
So anyway, he's going to be here on the show today, just keeping us company. He might pop in and pipe in once in a while. And fortuitously, it seems like a great segue from R2W50 into talking about the newest Star Wars series to come out on the Disney Channel. Now, sadly, none of us have yet seen it.
Hmm.
But that is on the agenda for tonight, at least at Chris's house, right, Chris?
Yeah, I'm hoping that's going to be the starter for tonight.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm hoping we'll either watch it tonight or sometime in the next 3 days. We got Linda and I are off on vacation the next 3 days.
Andor.
Enjoying the fall weather, and there it is. So this is a prequel. It takes place
Prequel to Rogue One, to be clear.
correct.
Yeah.
So it follows rebel spy Cassian Andor. He was originally a thief turned rebel spy. So I'm assuming that in the start of this, we'll maybe see him in his thief role, and then somehow he gets transitioned, or somehow he transitions into becoming a rebel spy and working for the Rebel Alliance. And so this series follows him during that 5-year period leading up to the events of the film. So what, 5 seasons, I'm thinking then? One for each year, maybe?
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know whether they'll take how far they will go in the dark aspects of who he is as kind of like a spy, because he's also kind of a killer, and they kind of hint to that a little bit in Rogue One. So I'd be curious to know, as they kind of develop this story and then tell his story, how much of that's going to come into play, because you get the sense that that's also kind of haunted him a little bit, and he does what's necessary. But I mean, that's a dark side of being a spy.
Yeah, because we even saw that in the beginning of Rogue One, right? Where he's like on that planet in that alleyway meeting with a guy who's giving him some information, and rather than risk the betrayal of the Rebel Alliance, he takes care of him.
Yeah, and I think we see that later on when they crash land onto a planet, and he takes his little sniper pistol or whatever, I think, as well, prepared to do the worst, right? And so I'm curious how much that'll come into play, because it wasn't all rainbows and adventure there. There were some things he had to do that maybe he, sure, it was necessary. Let's be real here. They're going up against an empire of, really nasty, evil people, and sometimes you got to kill somebody. So I personally like the dark side of a lot of films and shows. So I'm really curious to know whether or not they go down that path at all in this, or whether they kind of gloss over it, right? Because it's Disney. So are they going to put the Disney spin on it, or what are they going to do?
Yeah. So let me ask this question to each of our illustrious co-hosts here. If you were put into that situation where, you had to join a rebel alliance, let's say you're, fighting an unjust, tyrannical ruler, and in order to do that, you join this rebel alliance, and as part of that, you have to do things like Cassian Andor does, where you may have to kill somebody who just came and gave you a report, but the risk of both of you getting captured, or him getting captured because he's kind of a buffoon and would obviously spill the beans, would you have any compunction to killing that person?
Wow.
Chris, start with you.
We're starting off a little heavy this week. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think this is why I brought this up, because this was clearly not a theme, but it was a thing in Rogue One, and now that they're going to extrapolate on this story, how much of a killer was he?
Right.
That's why I brought, that's why I pinpoint on that, is I want to know if they really dig into that or not. But I will say, for me, I don't honestly know. Like me today, if I found myself converting into that, I still don't think I'd do it. I'd still try to find a peaceful resolution. But given what we know about Cassian and what was at stake, right? Talking about, what's this guy's life in measurement to what he knows or what he'd spill the beans on, I guess would dictate whether or not he gets killed. If this guy holds a key to the rest of the rebel fleet, then he's got to go.
But aren't just about all the characters technically murderers in Star Wars?
I mean,
they play it like,
but that's a battle. That's different.
Only if you count stormtroopers as people, and I don't think we count stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers aren't people. All right.
Well, I think Finn would disagree with that.
I think there's probably a movement out there on behalf of stormtroopers. That's
right.
we've probably
Right.
garnered their attention now. So you
Right.
know,
Right. You're what do they call that when you broadly assume one trait for an entire race? Why am I drawing a blank
Racist?
on that? No. You characterize people in a certain way. You assume that they're all
Yeah, they're all the bad guys.
yeah.
Stereotyping?
stereotyping.
Yes, that's it. God dang, I could not come up with that word.
Welcome to old age.
Yeah, you stop
Okay.
stereotyping stormtroopers.
Well, I guess this week on Galactic Driftwood, we are staring into the abyss and waiting for it to stare back. And
But no,
remember
but I'm just
words
saying,
that we may have forgotten.
if you grew up in the world where people are killing stormtroopers and stormtroopers are killing aliens and
Right.
blah blah. No, it's not going to be a big deal to gut somebody. It's just not.
You're just
Especially
gonna
if
gut
you-
them like a fish, Charles. Is that it?
Well, especially if it's just like on The Empire Strikes Back, right? Where I forgot if it was Luke or Ham, but I think it was Luke guts his
Tauntaun.
Tauntaun?
right?
Yeah.
You get used to it after a while.
All right. Well, here's
That's
the
just
thing.
something you sleep in.
I
That
don't
was
want-
Han.
I don't want us to be, looking at this from the hypothetical world of Star Wars, because I want to kind of get into everybody's individual psyche here on the show.
Well, it
We
depends
don't
on
do
the
that
day of the
often.
week,
So
man.
Feels like I'm gonna wreck some shit here.
let's take a real world example. Let's say, for example,
You
that
just gave us that one.
Okay, so in the real world example, no, I wouldn't, Bill.
you would. So let's say you're in Ukraine, you're
Oh,
fighting
dear.
for the Ukrainians, you're surrounded by Russians. They're going to come in, and you are a spy, like Cassian Andor, for example, and you're there with one or two other guys that had just come to give you information about the fact that the Russians are surrounding you. And these guys that gave you the information, or this guy, they know about you, and they have general information about the Rebel Alliance, and they're obviously kind of mostly chicken shits, because they just come and give you little bits of information. They're not really active.
Picture fully understood.
Right.
Yeah, I would feel it's probably within my duty to do that.
Yeah, see, it
but
depends
I'd
on the
also-
circumstance.
Yeah, it really depends on the circumstance. But if you're going to paint that picture,
Yeah.
again, it comes down to knowing what's at risk.
Right.
So if it tilts the balance of the war,
Yeah.
then you put them down and you hope that you're maybe equally afforded the same
Quick, painless death.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
All right. So Charles, same situation.
Yeah.
Could you kill someone if you had to?
I still use a cell phone.
Huh? I don't get it.
Charles,
Well, I'm just saying that your hands are dirty already. Your hands are dirty already. That's
All
just a part of living. It's hard for me to. I mean, I don't think I don't think I'd enjoy it.
Well, nobody. No.
No, some people would. It's just like hunting. I don't enjoy hunting.
Sure. Some people are psychopaths,
I don't want to. Well, no.
and they would
some
like
people-
to kill.
They might not even be psychopaths, but I don't enjoy hunting deer and stuff. I like Bambi,
Right.
I still eat meat though. But if I had to,
You'd gut them.
whatever.
All right, Seth.
I think I'd lose sleep over. No. Or
All
not
right,
a
Seth?
whole lot of it.
if there were absolutely no other choice, that would be my last choice.
Mhm.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
But the question is, could you do it?
could I do it as I am now? No.
No.
If I'd grown up if I was in the Ukraine, if like I'd grown
Well,
up
that's
in
the
the
hypothetical.
Ukraine,
If you were in the
or
Ukraine and you were in that
Ukraine,
situation, would you do it? Could you
Mhm.
do it?
like,
I would
don't have
assume
to
that I would have
drive
been
right
molded
now.
to that point to do
Like,
it.
I don't.
But or let's say you were in Russia and you're facing 15 years of prison if you decide not to.
Then I'll be
Not
doing
to
it.
kill somebody. Yeah, so that's the other. So I want to come back to that question, Charles, but let me go to Linda and find out if Linda is a cold-blooded assassin.
It's the situation. So
it's probably late 40 years into a marriage to ask that question.
Bill, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Well,
you'll find that answer out the day you don't wake up.
Right.
I guess the real question is, do I have time to do
with your bed on fire?
Well, you have what, Charles?
Do I have time to do the utilitarian calculus on the problem?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You do.
Well then.
But you don't have a lot of time to think. Let's say you have an hour.
And paper, and
you've got an hour.
I'll make the list of pros and cons and weight them.
Yeah, but you can't let them see the list.
He's mentally doing it, you know. He's like, this guy needs to be careful. His next 10 words will decide whether or not he walks out of here.
All right, so Linda, cold-blooded assassin or compassionate risk taker?
In the situation that you painted, it sounds like it's me or him, right?
Well, no, because the two of you are going to be captured.
But it is me or him, because if I'm captured, I'm going to be killed. So to me,
they're going to capture you. They're going to torture you to extract information on the Rebel Alliance,
and then they're going to kill me.
You know that you can withstand the torture.
What?
This is a really weird episode. Can we?
But you also know that the guy that came to give you information is very weak-minded and easily.
Well, then he'll give the information first, and they'll still kill me.
Yeah, but
because what do they need me for?
But would you kill him to keep the information from being?
If I could get away, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, after I killed him, I could get away.
Well, no, you're both going to be captured. Well, you have a chance.
Wait, so there's no chance
of getting away.
Well, no, you're going to get captured. So you and a couple others are going to get captured, but you know the other ones are kind of weak. They're going to give in whatever information that they have.
Yeah, you've got the prisoner's dilemma happening, huh?
Yeah, right.
This keeps changing as.
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah,
of course it does.
Because that's the way it is.
So Linda, yes or no? Cold-blooded assassin?
No.
All right.
All right. Question has been answered. Is there anything else we're looking forward to in Andor other than?
Thank you, Chris. Yeah. Thank you. God bless you.
I will steer it in a better direction since I'm the one that started this, unfortunately. And as much as I love the tangent that we went on, I think we've kind of gone into a dark zone. So let's steer this back into the proper galaxy here, okay?
All right.
It was always kind of dark.
Because I did have a follow-up.
It is. That's what I was acknowledging.
No, you're
I think I'm fine.
I mean, Darth Vader's not like a light character.
Right. No. Darth Vader, the last time we saw him, he was snapping necks.
Right.
I'm just,
I
mean, it's a dark series.
Okay, then.
I just wanted that to be acknowledged.
It has Jar Jar Binks.
Wait, it does?
No, that was a different time. Okay.
I think I'm still of the opinion.
I thought he meant like Star Wars in general. And I'm just like,
no, I'm still of the opinion that if people have been patient, Jar Jar Binks would have turned out to be an evil bad guy, and we've all been scared of him.
I would have paid some serious money to see that.
Yes.
Like I would have loved that arc to be like Jar Jar was like a dark Sith the whole time.
Well, I believe that was the original. I'm of the belief. I'm alone.
I have seen some of the stuff out there for that, and I would have enjoyed that 1,000%. I think that would have taken too. I think that would have taken the original trilogy to a great new level.
So,
Chris, slightly different question.
No,
that's
the new question is it could
then yeah, he gets killed for sure.
Jar Jar Binks. If you could have got a Jar Jar Binks, would you?
Yes, that's the question. Would you, Charles?
What's that?
Would you?
Oh,
should that be the title of the episode? If you could have got a Jar Jar, would you do it?
Yes. Seth, episode title: Would you gut Jar Jar Binks?
Absolutely.
Would you, Seth?
Like in universe or
in universe.
Oh, in universe, yeah. Give me a lightsaber. That guy's toast.
Linda?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Anything to shut him up.
So, do we think we'll see any Jedi or anything of that nature in this series? What are we feeling like?
I would be surprised if we didn't.
I mean, aren't they everywhere?
Well, I haven't looked at the full cast list. Yeah, I haven't seen the full cast because this is the Star Wars world, so it's not like it's outside of the possibility. but it's not the main focus of the story. Yet we still seem to find ways to sprinkle it in all the series and stuff. So I'm curious to know maybe how they find a way to fit that in here, because I don't think. I mean, did Rogue One really have anything
for Jedis?
Yeah,
they had the force sensitive guy.
That's right. They did have that one. Yeah, they did have the force sensitive guy. That's true. So yeah, I'm kind of curious what they do in the series to kind of give us the glimpse that we're still in that world.
Now, you know what my favorite. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it says my favorite part of this that I'm really looking forward to is the fact that Alan Tudyk is playing K2SO like he did in the movie.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. I didn't realize
really
that.
Awesome. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking at the cast list here. I see the ladies. There's a woman playing Mon Mothma. We've got Luthen Rael, Bix Kelleen. I'm not recognizing those names. So, yeah. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see in the first episode. But I would be surprised if we didn't see at least one Jedi at some point. I mean, after all, Disney's got to have a reason to produce a new lightsaber to sell at Galaxy's Edge, right?
Yeah. You do raise
hey, speaking of that, did you see they came out with a limited edition? It was a 3,000 set run of 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsabers in a nice in-universe themed box with Arabesh writing on it. And yeah, they supposedly just a 3,000 unit run, and they're only available in the parks.
Of course.
And they're already going up on like some for sale things, but that actually, so it comes, so it's a box of 3 of them, it looks like. Here, let me link this.
Yeah, can you pull it up on screen?
Discord here.
Let me find it.
Yeah, there's a couple of cool shots of this.
Something else to sell.
Something else to buy.
Right. All right, so here it is. Let me share this screen.
That's some pretty serious hardware there.
Yeah. Share screen. There it is.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So that's it. And I see now that these sets are already out for resale on eBay for $1,000 a piece.
Yep.
Whoa.
Crazy.
50% markup. But you can see you got the 3 lightsabers in there. Let's see, is there? Yeah. So there's a close-up view of the 3 lightsabers. Compatible with all the blades sold at Galaxy's Edge. There's what the inside lid looks on it. Like. Okay. Yep.
That's honestly pretty cool. If you were like really big on some of the high-end lightsabers, I could see that probably being worth it for. You said there's only 3,000. You can only buy them at Disney.
Right. Yeah, there was some rumor that they might be available on Shop Disney, but I haven't seen them out there yet. And with only 3,000, I think they're going to go in the parks before they ever make it to.
Probably, I'd imagine if if it's only going for 1,000, it's almost a steal considering if you had to get there, you weren't anywhere near Disney. I mean, you'll pay that just trying to get out there and getting into the park. So
right,
yeah, you'll pay way more than that.
Yeah, at $1,000 secondhand, that's almost a steal.
Yeah, when you put it that way, that's not actually that much of a markup.
Right, right. So I'm actually surprised. It's like, if it's $1,000 now, jump in right on that,
Right, right.
Heck, and hold on to it, flip it for $3,000 or $4,000 later when they're all out.
Yeah, yeah. It kind of makes me wonder if they're going to produce more of these because as popular as they've been seeming to be, so.
That's really tempting.
Well, I mean, if this set works, then you'll see a Luke Skywalker set, you'll see a Darth Vader set, you'll see a Palpatine set, you'll see a prequel set that has Mace Windu, Yoda, and someone else's blade in there.
You got a mess going on there,
There are
Bill.
only 3,000 of these sets available. So
that's pretty tempting not to just buy that because that value has got to go up.
I mean, I've paid more than 1,000 just for a single lightsaber.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying, like on those high end ones. This seems like a steal for, A, it's at $600, so they'll sell out quickly, presumably, because it's limited.
Yeah.
And then if it's only for $1,000 now, like,
God, if only we were going to Disney. Shit.
having a hard
We are,
time
but
not
I don't know
clicking
that
buy
by the
it
time we
now.
get there, there'll be any left.
Yeah, so
having a
now
hard
with
time
this-
clicking buy it now. Like,
Yeah, now we get to find out which member of the Galactic Driftwood podcast is going to hit that eBay deal first.
right?
eBay
If you're watching this and they're still out there on eBay and they're still at $1,000, this
Grab
might
it.
be a flip opportunity. I'm looking at one right now, and I'm like,
I am too, for
holy
$8.98.
cow.
$8.98? Really?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
even going to look at it because if I thought that, my wife would murder me.
It's an investment, Seth.
It's an investment, though. That's
You'd
the
have
thing.
to
Is
take
this
your
is
lightsaber away
Yeah,
from
an
you, Seth.
investment in lightsabers. I don't
This-
think that's going to fly.
this has one direction, which is up only.
Mhm.
Wow. All right, I got to stop looking
This
at
guy
this.
says if you buy two, he'll sell you each one for $880.
Ooh,
What did they go in and just buy a bunch of them up?
they probably did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially if they didn't do any. Especially if they
Says
didn't
he's
do
got
limit
two
one per
available and he's
customer.
already sold 3.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. He's got 2 available and he sold 3.
Yeah, so he had 5.
Oh,
Yeah, so he
okay.
had 5, so he's just rolling. He's just
Right.
rolling through
So
them.
if anybody wants to go in with me,
He-
$880.
So how they're probably limited to 1 per person in the park, but there's nothing stopping you from buying all your friends their way in and
Right.
Yeah.
Going and getting them. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So that's actually really cool. I'm glad you brought that up because I might be in trouble later.
I might be too.
I
Bill's
see
gonna
that
be in trouble
$8.98.
now.
Oh yeah, I see that. Buy 2 for $8.80. Ooh.
Not me. I'm not.
Then
gonna
you
be
could
in trouble.
presumably buy one, flip the other, and
Yeah.
and ride the other one for free.
Right.
Like,
in theory.
in theory.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you're
All
ready
right,
to
sorry.
drop $1,700, sure.
Speaking of murder.
Well,
What
it's the ROI on it down the road because it is limited. That's why when I look at it and you think of the cost of where you can't buy it just anywhere, you can't buy it online, you can only pick it up at Disney. But the price is only double that, and it's limited at 3,000. We know there's way more than 3,000 people that would buy it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd
okay.
like multiply that by like 5 to 10 on value.
So now we've resorted to our podcast being how to buy things on eBay.
This is an interesting episode this week.
yeah.
Staring into the abyss with Bill and
and
getting that
flipping,
one
and flipping
collectible
lightsabers with
and
Chris.
maybe reselling it later.
Yeah.
Right.
Just,
Right.
just
Funny.
A
crazy.
little bit of psychological horror, a little bit of Pawn Stars. We're filling some sort of niche here.
And we're a half an hour in, so
Yeah,
we have
I think
something.
we're probably good to wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Oh, we had some rather grand plans for this episode that went awry.
Well, that never
I think
happens
it
on
was pretty
Galactic.
good. And it was all Star Wars related. We talked about Andor. I
Right.
think it was pretty good.
Right. We did good, guys. All right, folks. Well, thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Galactic Driftwood podcast. We will talk to you again next week where we'll have some more interesting conversations. Hopefully, maybe not quite as dark. We'll keep Charles above board.
Yeah, oh, dark's good. Dark's good.
Let us know what you thought about Andor in the comments below, please.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. We will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Galactic Driftwood podcast. For more information and past episodes, please visit our website at galacticdriftwood.space or subscribe to us on YouTube. And now, please deactivate your cranial downlinks, collect your towels, and be sure to watch your step as you exit our gravity well.